Welcome back, everybody, to another Culinary Corner. And yes, I'm recording this with my iPhone because, as I said in one of my earlier videos, the memorial, my Digicam, has passed away. So, any live material is going to be recorded from an alternative source. That said, we are doing a Culinary Corner today. This is really weird recording through my iPhone. Anyway, we're going to be making homemade gelatin, jello, if you will. So there are a few things you're basically going to need. You're going to need gelatin, which is basically a powder. Any type will do. You're going to also need what you're going to turn into the gelatin. In my case, this is kind of weird for me. Hold on, going to cut and switch the camera to the other mode. Unless I can do it here. Nope. And we are back, folks. So, what I am making for my gelatin is I'm making strawberry gelatin with a mix of Gatorade. Hashtag not sponsored. Hashtag could be sponsored. No, mainly it's because you need some type of liquid base in order so this isn't like just kind of a chummy smoothie type of thing. You need something that's more liquidy in order to make a proper gelatin because you're going to end up having to boil it. So you need basically 4 cups, a quart of material. And you want to take 3 cups of it and bring it to a boil. But first steps first. So we're going to take this. This is about half of one of these boxes full of strawberries. I may throw some more in there as well to try and get the right balance. I need to get about 4 cups worth. And so, of course, next step. Next step is me trying to do cooking with the camera in one hand and no way to really set it down. This is going to be fun. So yeah, I'm going about halfway with the Gatorade to give it a nice liquid base so it'll actually be in a liquid form when we go to the next stage of the boiling. See you next time. I'll see you in the next bit. And we're back. And so this is just after it's been blended. I actually threw the rest of the strawberries in there because I figure anything left over I can make into a smoothie. But yeah, so you can see here it's got a nice liquid consistency because again the next step involves boiling. And our first snag. So remember all of those strawberries that I showed you and the amount of liquid that I poured in? Yeah, that was rough. That was exactly 3 cups. So I had to throw in more of the Gatorade and then parse it out into a separate cup. You have to keep 1 cup off on the side. So yeah, if you're going to do this yourself, you're going to need an entire box of strawberries and about half a Gatorade container or whatever other liquid you're going to use. But that's about how much it's going to take to get your 4 cups. So again, 1 full package of strawberries, half of one of these 32 flow ounce containers of Gatorade. Alright, so that is our 1 cup to a large bowl. That is our 3 cups on the stove to boil. Next step, you want to take your 4 packages of gelatin, add it directly into this, and just let it sit there while that's boiling. So that's what we're going to do. Obviously, I don't have a third hand, so I can't actually show you the actual tearing of the packages and pouring them in here, but I'm sure you can guess what that will look like. And then, after your juice has boiled, not just a soft boil, it doesn't need to be a rolling boil, you pour it into here, and then you stir until everything dissolves. And there you go. Everything is mixed in. Just stir it, stir it, stir it, stir it, stir it, stir it, stir it. You want to make sure everything is mixed well. You can kind of see it's already starting to take on a more jello-like consistency before we even added the main body of fluid. Not sure if you guys can tell, but the Gatorade and the strawberry started to separate, so I'm pouring them in to the mix. Like so. Let me get a hard mixing spoon like this. I'm not putting a metal spoon into something that just had boiling liquid. Stir for 5 minutes. That actually smells really nice. Or until completely dissolved. And then once this is done, which I suppose I actually can give you a full view of. So I'm just looking for to make sure everything is dissolved. But once this thing feels completely dissolved, I'm going to pour it into that glass container and then refrigerate. Now, obviously, whenever you've got something hot going into something cold, you always want to make sure that before you stick it in the refrigerator, it has reached medium temperature, room temperature, whatever you want to call it. Basically, you don't want to throw something boiling hot into the refrigerator for a number of reasons. One, of course, being that, well, especially if it's glass, you could crack the glass in the temperature differential. But also, it will actually cause everything in your refrigerator to spoil. If you throw something hot into the refrigerator, because it's going to raise the temperature inside the refrigerator. And no matter how good your refrigerator equipment is, you can only do so much. So you always want to make sure that if you throw something in there, it's at room temperature. It actually smells really nice though. Alright, we'll be back when I'm doing pouring. Back into the blender we go. I was having some little bits of gelatin that had already sort of formed into a solid mass separate from the rest of the liquid, so I just threw the entire thing into the blender. Liquefy for a couple seconds, just to make sure everything is properly dissolved all together. And now we're going to pour this into our container and refrigerate. Going to need about 3 hours to refrigerate. How does that feel? Feels pretty good. All right. Pop the top on. I throw it in the refrigerator. Be back in 3 hours. For you, it'll be an instant. And here we are, several hours later. Let's see the results of our hard work. Needs a bit more time. Alright, so here we go. Chilled for most of the day. It's still kind of got a spongy consistency, as you can kind of see here. I think it's as frozen or chilled as it's going to get. So we might as well give this thing a try. Look at that, though. That definitely looks like a form of gelatin, doesn't it? It's pretty good. Definitely taste the strawberries.
There you go, folks.